This is the Symposium podcast with E. Wright and Romero.
All right. Welcome to the Symposium podcast. This is episode 22. It's okay. We'll fix it in editing.
All right, bet.
It is Nate's birthday.
Nate's birthday.
Happy birthday, bro.
Appreciate it. Back with another one. You the first recurring guy.
Guess what?
Yeah, like this is your third time.
Man, y'all just keep bringing me back.
You're a special guy, man.
And this is a special episode.
It is.
I go by the name E. Wright.
Oh, on the other side of the table,
We're
let
doing
the people know who you are.
introductions. E. Wright, welcome back. Symposium podcast.
Yeah.
Again.
Rose gold in the building.
Yes, sir.
You know, I'm here. And right here in the middle, y'all already know who it is. Let them know who you are, sir.
Go by Nate, Big Nate, Nathaniel Davies. Appreciate it.
Again, this is episode 22. We do have people in the background
People.
having a good
It's
time.
a birthday celebration. So we got people
They doing their
we got my
thing.
man Kyle in the building.
Kyle in
We
the
got
building.
Tina in the building.
It's Ben's birthday on
It's
Tuesday.
Ben's birthday as well.
We got my girl
Birthday, Ben.
Emma
Happy
in
birthday.
the building.
Emily.
Emily.
Not Emily.
Alright, so guess what? We're turning up. So I mean,
Yeah, it's gonna be a short one.
it's gonna be a short one because we're turning up the
This
next
appreciation episode.
This is the appreciation
Gratitude.
episode.
Gratitude. We're just thankful. I'm thankful.
Right.
Shit. So you guys keep having me on your motherfucking show. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You just keep bringing me back. I don't know.
So, just to backtrack, in the previous episode, we were talking about reflections,
That's good.
and we had this conversation off the podcast with you. But can you tell the people what's up?
Before that, we still gotta
You
check
right?
in. We still gotta
I'm
check
off
in.
the sauce.
We still gotta check in.
We always gotta do this.
How are you? How are you
No,
doing?
no.
sir?
First things first. We got toast
Oh,
to the people, everyone out there.
cheers to the symposium.
Welcome to the party.
We got our people in the building. All right.
Got my favorite people.
What's the
It's
other
good
reflection?
Yeah.
favorite people in the building.
So,
Yeah. Getting right.
we gonna do a quick check-in.
Yeah.
How you doing?
I am fucking fantastic.
How are you?
Yeah.
How you do?
Ooh,
I
okay.
feel good. Like you
Yeah.
said, we getting to it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Here with my people. You know what I mean? I feel great. I feel we celebrate my dog.
Word.
Celebrate.
So I feel good. I feel blessed. I'm blessed to be here.
Hey.
Blessed to be here. Nate, how you doing, man?
I'm doing great, man. Like again, the older you get, the more you appreciate people around you. And I literally have the people who I spend most of my time with,
Yeah.
and the people I love. So I'm dope right now, man. Like I'm on cloud 9. For people to take their time out of this long ass weekend and say, hey, yeah, we're gonna kick it with you. I'm appreciative.
Says a lot.
It
Says a
says a
lot.
lot to me.
How
Yeah.
you feeling, bro?
I've been saying it for like the past 3 episodes. I'm at a 10. I'm at an 11 right now. I am not gonna lie to y'all.
Damn, he broke the scale.
I'm in a good. I'm
Tip the
I
scale.
think he broke the scale.
at an 11.
Shout out that motherfucker.
How y'all doing in the back? Y'all
We
good?
We good.
Where y'all at?
High spirits.
11.
High spirits. We like it. We love it. We love it.
This is beautiful though. Like this is
Vibe.
what it's all about.
Yeah.
Vibes all right. Vibes
Vibes
all
all around. Good vibes all around.
right. So
To answer your question, yes.
Yeah.
So for my year, earlier we were talking about like every year I do a theme for my birthday, and this year my theme is gratitude. Like I'm grateful, I'm thankful, I'm appreciative. I was telling you one of the things that I struggle with the most is survival guilt.
Yeah.
Like I feel like as a survivor from a first world country, from a third world country, I feel like I always owe like what made you special, what made you get out. But I'm trying to learn to understand that like I don't write those scripts. That's not my. I don't write it. But while I'm here, my job is to impact people as I go. Period. So I'm grateful for the people I have in my life because it's a cliche where people say, "Show me your friends and I'll tell you where you're going." And my friends that I have around me are all amazing, fucking amazing. So it's like amazing to be here with them and they take their time and here. Just I'm all grateful this year.
And so,
Gratitude.
not to cut you off, I just want to jump in on that because I've known you for a long time, bro.
Very goddamn long
We've
time.
been doing this for a long time,
Very
and
long time.
I've seen the survivor's guilt get what you talk about, and you always bring it up like how you know what I mean you ain't supposed to be here.
Yep.
But that was good to hear that you know now why you're here. And
I feel like it's deeper than me, you know. And it's like I worry too much about the things that I cannot control, and less about the things that I can control. And it's like as much as I want to go help home, and I'm going to do all that. So I do that already.
Yeah.
I want to help around society, but I can't walk around with a weight on my shoulder feeling like, why are you the one that survived? Why are you the one that made it all the way here? It's like I put in the work to be here.
You gotta look at it
wasn't
like
free.
You gotta look at it like if you were stuck there, how would you be able to help? You know what I mean? You got out to help.
To help. And I do. I look at that. And if I was stuck there, I would make the best out of whatever situation I was in there.
Yeah.
It's like, so it's crazy because, like, again, we'll talk about like I'm making different kinds of brackets in money. It's like, and then I want to buy certain things, but I always go back and like, no. Like even when it comes to cars, I have to talk myself out of what I want to drive because I'm like, well, like, wait, there's so many kids that don't have food back where I'm from. It's like, why would you drive that? It's like, that's not fair to me. It's like, it's not like I wake up and I bust my butt off. Like I go to work from 6:35 or 7, and I'm at work till 5:37 again sometimes. It's like, I'm grateful. That's where I'm at. Like gratitude is on 10 for me. That's where I'm at.
I dig that.
I really don't have much to say there. But to backtrack to something that you said earlier today, you were talking about your master's degree. And how when you get that, you're not going to keep that.
No.
You're gonna give that to your mom.
I give that to my mom. Yeah. All my degrees. Anytime I accomplish anything that's substantial educationally, or like on any level, I always hand to my mom. Like I hand to my parents. My mom was a teen mom, so she had me at 16. So and everybody just told her like, from the beginning they're like they need to do an abortion, and she's like no. And then it's a long part where everybody was like, but then she made it through that. So every time I make it through a milestone that's significant enough where the government hands me a paper, I hand that to my mother.
But we're not about to downplay your mom. She was a teenage mother. What does your mom do right now?
She's Dr. Davies.
She's a doctor, bro.
She got a PhD.
She's a doctor, just to be clear.
Yeah.
She's a doctor.
Dr. Davies. Don't get twisted. Teen mom, Dr. Davies.
She's a
like,
doctor.
It's not how you start, it's how you finish. Like, but no. So I hand my undergrad went to her. I have a couple of certificates that were very significant to me that I give to her. All of anything that's like I put in blood and sweat and blood on, I hand to her because it's like it's my way of saying thank you for the sacrifices that you make and thank you for the sacrifices you've made.
Right.
I appreciate you. So I always give that to her.
And that's why I bring that up, talking about this episode, talking about appreciation.
Yeah.
You show that, like you give that to your mom, right? Showing, yo, I did this. And that I think that's something that's beautiful, and I think it's a full circle because you show your mom that you did this, but you yourself, you hold the weight. That's the difference.
Right.
Yeah.
And I attest to that because, like you said, like my high school diploma, my undergrad is at my mom's crib. Like I haven't even seen it in I don't know how long. You know what I mean? And
it's like mine straight to her.
In my mindset as a black male, bro, like I did that for her. You know what I mean? Like in a way, you know, she raised me. You know, she raised multiple kids by herself, and I mean with the help of my family, obviously. But it's like, you know, like I'm grinding for just to make them probably when they go in her crib, boom, they see that shit posted. You know what I mean?
She has to be proud of you. She's like, that's my son's certificate.
You know, because she worked to get me where I am, and I worked my ass off to
get where you.
You know what I mean? So like you just said, like yo, when you get my master's degree, I'm not keeping that shit. That shit going to the crib. That shit going back to Wisconsin. You know what I mean?
So dig into that when you say she raised you and multiple kids. Here's the most amazing thing that I found out lately. So we talk about single moms and how much they need love and support, but people broadcast the fact that they need love and support and don't really support. Right. So me and my aunt is a single mom, and I told her, I'm like, as a single mom, like everybody keeps telling you you're a single mom and they understand that you're working hard and you get it. She's like, yeah, they keep telling me, but nobody understands or even reach out. And I'm like, so how can we support you? One of the first things she says is like, you already do that because I'll take her kids like on the weekend. I'll take her kids for the whole weekend and say, go relax.
Yeah.
And she's like, everybody keep acting as if I need their money. No, sometimes I just need time.
Yeah. Or peace.
Like peace and quiet. I just need to be able to sleep till 9 with no kid waking me up. So it's like, we keep saying that, and I love our culture where we are very aware of things that are wrong right now.
Yeah.
The only problem I have is our awareness is not translating into our work ethic and so how we can change it. Like, we can be aware and we can actually act on our awareness, then that's different. You know what I'm saying? But like, that's a whole different conversation.
And like, so, sorry.
No, go ahead.
It just got me thinking, because, you know, my sister, my oldest sister, like I got a twin and I got an older sister, you know what I mean? Both moms, single moms, whatever you want to call it. But through college, my mom took care of me, but my oldest sister held me down. You know, my mom couldn't, you know what I mean? That bond grew with us, and it just crazy how it comes full circle. I'm taking care of my nephew now, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Her son, you know? And it's just like, I feel like I owe her that much, you know what I mean? Like, I can't do nothing for her, but I can do that. You know, I can help mold this little dude, that way he can inspire his brothers, you know what I mean? His sisters, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And it's just it's a dope feeling, bro.
And you know he responds better to you too, because you won from where he's from.
Yeah.
You also have done everything he's done, so he's literally looking at you like he's looking in the mirror.
And they all looking up to me, and it's like, I don't think I've been doing nothing that special, but to them I have.
But
man.
you have.
But you have though.
Yeah.
And that's another part. Like, you don't downplay your shit. Like, you have been doing amazing job.
So it's like, we
pass the torch.
It's passing the torch.
Pass the torch.
That's how it's
And
going to passing the torch.
And black folks don't say things like, oh, I'm gonna babysit my brother and my sister. No, motherfucker, we spend time with our family.
Yeah.
We don't babysit.
Right.
We create memories. Like, I don't want to babysit. I create memories of like, these are people that I want to be with. These are people that I love and I care about, so I want to be with them. So it's like, it's a dope feeling to just watch a circle of life. My son is 8 and he's got his cousins around him, and they all play, they all hang out, and this is how I grew up with my cousins, everything. So it's amazing to see us continuing small traditions that we feel like we were losing already as a culture. Like, traditionally in Africa, like, I never even knew a babysitter existed until I literally moved here. I was 18 when I found out that. Bro, I was shocked as hell when they're like, oh, you need to babysit this kid. I'm like, where's his grandma? Like, where's his cousins? Like, why can't he just go kick it with
Where's
them?
the community?
Where's his community?
I lived with my grandma, I lived with my aunt for a while, you know what I mean? Like, and it's just like, so we had this conversation. Remember when we was out celebrating you, Fuzzies?
Yeah.
Just
shout out to Fuzzies as usual.
Fuzzies lit.
Fuzzies lit. But yeah,
we had this conversation of just being like, look at us, educated young
black
you know
men,
what I mean? Like,
statistically, we wasn't supposed to be here.
It's a beautiful thing to see.
Yeah. Since you said that, to segue, you know, just talking about us and our community and stuff like that. I say it to you guys all the time, and I've been saying it for years, but for me, you know, I just graduated and stuff. I got my degree, but I need y'all to understand that, like, I tell you how hard it was for me to achieve that. But as I was getting older and going through it, I didn't have those sort of role models. Like, I didn't have those sort of peers.
Right.
And so when you guys came into my life, that's when it became a clear picture. I was like, okay, I can do this. I can actually be in this position. I can be.
We've had some really long conversations.
I was like, I don't know if we talked about it when we first had you on the first episode, but like, the journey me and Nate had in this education shit is wild.
Episode 9.
Yeah, because we used to share one bedroom because we wanted to stack up, because it was right after college.
We didn't
we
have
so
to,
broke. We're like, let's work.
When I moved up here,
we didn't have nothing
from college. Nate was already up here and he was working in the school that I got into. This motherfucker invited me to stay at his ex-girl's house before telling her.
Because it was just to me, I was like, we have to figure this out. Like, and you here right now, you my brother.
Took that L
you're
for
not.
me.
I'm like, I'm gonna take this L. And like, she was upset. She's like, She wasn't upset that we came there. She was just more upset that you didn't tell me. I'm like, I was gonna come tell you, but by the time I got home,
She
it
was under the
already
notion
there.
I didn't even like her. And I'm like, nah.
Nah, it's not like that.
But then, and then we
If you
figured
were
that
going
part
from
out,
White Bear Lake
to Osceola, bro. And
Trekking.
then going to Circle, I started
Trapping.
as an ESP, a level 3 EBD room, and now I'm a dean.
Big facts.
I started
Big
from
facts.
scratch.
Yeah.
Where the room where I'm at, nobody wanted to go into the room. Now you have to come talk to me in my office for you to do what you need to do in my building. And that to me is amazing. It's
now
like
we rent
translation.
cabins. Now we rent cabins just to kick it for a weekend.
We just things
what I
that we
mean?
never used to do in our life. We used to say, FYI, we used to call that shit the white people thing.
Yeah.
But it's called living life.
But look at us. This is
It's
where
called
we at.
living life. Like you get to appreciate your hard work, and then you get to put in the hard work, and then you get to play. You know what I mean? Like so, it's been our journey. Has been, we're gonna have to have a conversation here actually called journey, but that journey has been crazy.
It's been wild, bro.
Been
See where
crazy.
we at now?
Was it a year that we stayed in that place for?
Yeah, it had to be a
we,
year.
Yeah,
bro.
we went to the one
Had to be.
bedroom.
But
All
then-
three of us
but
for
then-
a year.
But off of that, then I got my own spot, and then we ended up back together. Like, and this was me, him, and Omar in a one bedroom at that.
We
Thugging
stacked
it
it
out.
up
Thugging it
just
out,
to stack
bro.
up so we can get where we
Thugging
want
it
to leave.
out.
We didn't want to leave in any ratchet place, so we're like, let's just stay here, let's save up, and then we all branched out, and then I moved into Hopkins. Everybody ended up renting a place different.
Doing
It was
their
like
thing,
we were building our credit back. We were growing. Like I used to just go to work, go to class in grad school, go home, crash on the couch, wake up, go to work. Like it literally was a cycle. It was a day where I literally was driving. I just broke down. I'm like,
And we was
this shit is
we
crazy.
was
It's like,
rotating the bottle. Who got the bottle this week? Who got the? You know what I mean?
because we
Like,
gotta celebrate like the small victories. We're like, who's buying the bottle this weekend? It's on me. We're like, we celebrated the little victories. But again, now, so for me to be here, I got amazing people like Emmer, Tina, Killer. Like these cats have been in my life for over 5-6 years, and it's nothing but positive vibe that I get from them, and nothing but them pushing me. The conversations I'm having with them, it's like, and this is one of the part that I think we take for granted. It's like your family raised you, your friends mold you.
right.
They mold you to be whatever you end up being.
Right.
Your family is there to love you regardless of what happened. Your friends are there to see your fall. You have to go tell your family when you fall. Your friends see it, like firsthand. They're right there to see that
when
shit.
You're not, especially when you're not.
When you're not at your top tier, like they are right there to be like. So if you have friends who are like laughing behind your back, that shit is just dead for right there.
Sure.
But if you have friends like we do that are like, you got this, man. You got like everything that happened culturally and racially this year. Like I watch my friends all come and be like, what can we do?
Yeah.
Where do we start?
And I used to
That's what you
have,
call
I used to
friends.
have a problem with that, but then I grew to like figure out they just want to help. You know what I mean? 'Cause at first it was
We talked
like,
about that too, yeah.
At first it was just like, bro, I can't teach you how to treat us or treat black people, but it's the ones that genuinely.
They're the ones who
want to
genuinely
help.
ask legitimate questions.
And then I had to
versus,
open my mind, like, all right, let me stop.
Let me stop being my.
Get out-
But that's-
I struggle with
Getting
that
on
shit
my
too.
own, and
That's the part right there.
you know what I mean. Have these conversations, you know, because
You know,
that's where it started.
It's
the
not even.
conversation.
It's not even so much when you're going through something, but as a whole, people are going through something, right? Like it's a dark point. The
It was
people
a
that
very
stick
dark
around
point,
and
yeah.
actually connect with you and be like, "What's going on?
Yeah.
What can we do? Not what can I do? It's like, what can we do?" To move
Especially
forward?
for black males, because we are given this understanding that we're supposed to be tough. Like we need to be hard as hell.
Hard.
We need to be hood rats. Like
Emotionless,
and it's like we
yeah.
emotionless. You can't cry. You can't get frustrated. And if you do, it comes down to see if you're angry. But then it's like I've been upset. I've been everything, but like learning how to channel that into words and learning how to understand that if I say what I mean. I tell my kids at school, don't let nobody live rent free in your head, fam. Like it's your head. They cannot live rent free in your goddamn head. Like do not allow that. So it's amazing. So again, my shit this whole weekend for my birthday is gratitude. I am beyond thankful. Like words cannot even express how
Now, you
grateful I am.
got people, mind you, we still in this pandemic, but you got people that have been going through their own shit to come
and wrap their hands
for a
around
few
you.
days,
Like,
for a few days to come together.
love you guys.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, that
like
shit
everybody got their own shit going on. They dealing with and battling, but at some point you do gotta pause. We talked about it earlier. You gotta pause that shit and take in the moment, and you know what I mean. And what a perfect way
You don't want your brain to
celebrate
be overdrive.
Yeah,
Yeah.
to celebrate life. You don't want to burn out because motherfuckers done been there, bro. Like I've been burnt out plenty of times.
That's
It's
worse shit. Because you make stupid decisions when you're burnt out.
Yeah,
and
man.
then you drag yourself through shit. It's like,
Take a step back and decompress. You know what I mean?
That's a good word.
Yeah,
Decompress.
you know.
Amen.
And
And you cats have me here talking on my birthday, getting all emotional. I can't be crying on your show.
Sure you can.
yeah, man, you do whatever you want to do.
We say this every episode. This is the Symposium podcast. Okay,
Anything can
we
happen.
have these conversations.
Anything can happen.
You drink, you laugh, you talk.
But no. I'm grateful. I'm thankful.
Very great.
I have really, really dope ass friends, and I can put my friends against any other friends and be like, my friends are just dope as hell. Like, I'm good. So thank you for being my friends, and thank you for showing up and showing me love on my 35th. Oof.
You didn't have to say it, but I mean, I can edit it too if you want. So,
You good.
35, bro.
yeah,
You gotta embrace that shit, bro. That's
I love
you
that
getting
shit.
wise, bro.
this is a milestone.
You wise.
I love that shit.
Yeah.
You wise.
So,
I'm old now, man. I love it.
you're young.
I'm young in heart, old in age.
We said it a lot, bro.
We just said a lot.
Y'all said a lot. I was just kind of listening. Like,
You was embracing in the moment.
go
bro.
ahead,
Yeah.
go ahead, y'all.
Cause it's different, man. Like, dog, we done been through so much, fam.
Man.
Like this, like, dog, that's my dog. You know what I mean? Like, we done been through a lot. So it's like, just to see where he at now, bro. It's good to see, man.
It's wonderful. It's good that you guys are still together the way that you are, and
Facts.
you've been able to grow together.
And just push each other, like everything. You know, he pushed me to be better. You know what I mean? Like, we don't talk about that, but he do.
It's there.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, we have different
you have
conversations.
conversations, yeah.
But our conversations are more so like, hey, you good? Like, what you
Yeah.
need? You good? What do you need? And like, even there's days where I randomly like we just go sit on the couch and we just be quiet. Just being in someone's presence when you're going through it a lot says a lot for me. It's like we used to have that a lot in college too, where shit was so rough, but we didn't sit and we were bad at expressing emotion wise. But we just sat there in each other's presence and it's just like. And that's why I told my son Quincy, I'm like, he's like, why do you sit in the room when I'm playing video game? I'm like, because just being in your presence is energizing and it's a life to me. It's like, I get to watch you be you, you get to watch me do me.
You have no idea how important that. I mean, you do, but I'm saying for him, one day he'll truly understand that.
Right.
You know? Actually, y'all said something too. I don't know if it's really been said. Y'all know the history about E and Nate, and also he not here, but y'all know who we talk about. These guys go back like 4 brakes on a Cadillac. For real, for real. I came later. I came later in the game, but you're getting something raw here. You're hearing black people who've gone from boys to men, basically. And even for me, like, I'm a late bloomer, but I've talked about my appreciation and stuff. So just want to touch on that quick note. So. But yeah, this is where we at.
Thank you guys for having me again, man.
Yeah, absolutely. There's one thing that I wanted to backtrack on because you touched on it, and we talked about it in the earlier episode. We were talking about connecting with people, right? You just talk about reaching out.
Yeah.
Something that was touched on is, you never really know how you're going to impact somebody.
Yeah.
And you might not see how you affect that person. You can plant the seed, you may not see it grow necessarily, but the fact that you do that, the fact that you engage with that person, I mean, you start the process. That's what really counts. That's especially important for us, not only as men, but as black men. We say it time and time again. And that's something that we need to continue. And we do it with each other, like, all the time. And we do it with other people. The fact that we have that energy when we go out into the world, it's like, oh man, it's made me feel this way. I thought about this. I need to bring that energy over here.
Yeah.
So,
That's right.
so keep doing what y'all doing, basically. Y'all keep going.
Likewise.
Appreciate you.
Many blessings. Happy birthday, sir.
Thank you very much, sir.
Yeah, man. Happy birthday.
Thank you for having me, Symposium. Thank you again for having me.
So last call.
Last
Let's
call.
go.
So
Finish my drink, bro.
this is not
My
sponsored.
girl, Emma brought this whiskey.
Whiskey.
Man,
So
it's been hitting the spot.
So
Like, whatever amount she paid for this, she got her money to work on this whiskey. Goddamn.
we gonna do something special if we can. As you know, last call is just reflection, whether it be on the podcast or just how we feeling. We talking about appreciation and whatnot. Even though we've been all over the place, y'all gonna hear it. And
Oh, yeah.
You gonna figure it out. You gonna catch up.
You don't understand why.
Yeah.
You
We're gonna start right here. How we feel and whatnot. Start with my man E.
Like I said before, man, I feel really good, man. I feel blessed. I'm blessed to you know just be. I'm blessed to be here. I'm blessed to be in the position I'm in currently with just life. You know what I mean? Like it's been a struggle with. You know, what I mean, the last few years have been hard for me, but shit is looking up, man, and I'm continuing to get back where you know what I mean, just keep climbing. You gotta keep climbing, and you know, I'm blessed to have the people I have around me. You know what I mean? It's hard, you know, it's kind of hard to navigate that sometimes, but I can't complain, man. Like, you know, I just gotta keep going. I gotta keep going, and you know, and I'm blessed to be helping these kids. How I'm doing, and you know what I mean? So, can't complain, bro. Can't complain.
I feel the same way, man. I'm blessed. I'm grateful, and I'm thankful. I'm appreciative of the opportunities and the doors that have been opened, and I hope together I'm taking the fullest advantage of them. And as I go along, I just want to pass that opportunity back to young black, brown kids, any kids that come across me, like any kids.
Right.
I treat my students as if they were my kids, so it's a passion for me. I used to think, oh, I want to do this, but until I got into school and I see that, the impact that you can have on someone's child, and I have a lot of kids who come, like, I don't get to see the end product until later on in years, and then they're like, hey, you the one teacher that was not, you never remained to me, like, oh, you had conversations with me. So I'm grateful and I'm thankful because I grew up in a community where I didn't have a father around, but I had a lot of men that did that for me. So I think it's my duty now to pass that on. We all get to different roles in our life. It switches every now and then. Years add up, you just move on to another role. And so the role that I'm in right now is a role of passing on what I have learned and appreciating and loving the younger generation. So I'm here on it.
I'm not crying, you're crying. Both of my guys have already said what I already feel. I said this in the previous episode, just talking about how I feel as though I'm finally understanding who I am or who I'm becoming as an adult.
Yeah.
And that's especially important as a black man. I'm excited for this next part of life because it's like, okay, what am I gonna do in terms of being a part of the world?
Yeah.
Like, what am I gonna give back?
Yeah.
I've done little things, but now it's like, okay, what am I really gonna do? So that's something that I'm looking forward to, and I said it earlier, I'm at an 11, and that's part of the reason. It's like I'm excited because I'm at a really good spot. I'm with my people, I feel the vibes, and I'm ready to get out into the world because I had support and all these other things that I made these achievements.
Right.
So it's like, okay, thank you for helping me. I'm gonna go back. So, what y'all think? Should we end it here or should we open it up to the people in terms of
I
appreciation?
think we should end it here and get
All right,
back
we'll
to
do.
because I do appreciate them letting us.
Yeah.
We just paused
We did.
a turn up to, you know, appreciate our brothers. So
we'll keep it.
Let's get back to it.
We'll get back to it.
Yeah, man.
So thank y'all for tuning in to this episode. This is the Symposium Podcast, episode 22.
Mm-hmm.
E, anything you want to say to the people before we go?
Oh man, like I said, thank you. As always, thank y'all for tuning in. Those that do, like, subscribe, comment, man. We going up, man. We going up. Again, happy birthday to my nigga, man, my brother, Nate, man. We about to continue this vibe. We about to, continue this weekend, turn up. You know what I mean?
Yeah, about to do it.
And,
Let's do it.
Let's get it, man.
Thank you.
Appreciation and gratitude.
Appreciation and gratitude, fellas.
Let's get it.
On that note, y'all take care. We out.
Thank you, fellas. Woo!
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Got you, brother. Come on.
Yes, sir.
Uh,
Much
love you, dog.
Two in
Love
the
you.
books.
Much love.
Two in the books. All right.